There are rumors that Antifa is planning a nationwide protest on November 4th, however the information is really slim out there. This might be because, as we have seen in Steven Crowder's latest video, that Antifa is becoming much more discreet.
After news broke that they were officially classified as a domestic terrorist organization, they pulled everything in much closer to the chest. They started vetting people, becoming paranoid about spies. They demanded we meet with them in person, installing a cryptic messaging app onto our phone, which they used to organize.
So I just met with the guy, and he installed a super secret encrypted messenger app on my phone, and they immediately took roll call, using all pseudonyms such as Firebird, Ski Mask, Xavius. Yeah, everyone except for Will.
A search on Google yields few results, and mostly articles from fake news sites like Your Newswire. It's Going Down, an Antifa website, has no mention of any protest on November 4th and even outright denies it on their Twitter page. After digging a little deeper, however, I found something. The event is hosted by RefuseFascism.org, which is rallying to remove Donald Trump and Mike Pence from office. The article from Refuse Fascism regarding the November 4th protest has been removed from their website. However, their Facebook post confirming the event is still up. On November 4th, 2017, we will take to the streets and public squares in cities and towns across the country, continuing day after day and night after night, not stopping until our demand is met. The nightmare must end. The Trump-Pence regime must go. In the name of humanity, we refuse to accept a fascist America. Every day, the Trump-Pence regime brings new outrages so extreme that they nearly wipe out all memory of countless previous outrages. But behind the daily cycle of chaos, dysfunction, and infighting, behind the idiotic tweets and propaganda, this regime is radically reorganizing our system of governance and politics, our culture, and our society, fundamentally transforming the United States into a fascist state. There is only one force that can stop this catastrophe: we, the people, all of us, acting together. On November 4th, we will manifest the power of the people, take it to the streets, and stay there, demanding that the entire regime must go. Our actions will reflect the values of respect for all of humanity and the world we want, in stark contrast to the hatred and bigotry of the Trump-Pence fascist regime. So, I guess they're going to do the "he will not divide us" thing. I wonder how long they will last. Now that we know that this event is happening, I have a bit of advice to give to people, or perhaps just a theory. Antifa is expecting people to show up, to justify their existence mostly. But for the people that show up to these protests, most of them are there to observe, at least in my opinion. I mean, who can blame them? These events are interesting to watch, like a perpetual car crash that never seems to stop going out of control. For all the people who want to watch the craziness, I would advise you to do it from home. I think the best thing that we can do is to allow them to face the police with nobody caught in the middle. Without counter-protesters, the neo-fascists will be on close watch by the police, who have been finally authorized to deal with them. And believe me, I think a lot of these police officers are rather eager to deal with them. Now that the public is aware and outraged, I think the best thing that we can do is allow law enforcement to do its job. And for the record, I don't think that this fight with them is over, but I think for this particular event, we should allow them to do damage to themselves. I believe that they can cause more harm to their movement without people in their way than any of us could do to them otherwise.